Hi guys, welcome to Ditto Music's Unsigned Advice. I'm Jasmine, and today we're going to be talking about promoting and marketing your music all by yourself, totally independent. There was a time when major labels had all the power, and if you didn't have the backing of a major, you had no chance, and that was that. But things are very different now. Recent years have seen more artists breaking through independently. You just need to look at the likes of Chance the Rapper and Stormzy to see what's possible. Now, this is a huge topic, but I'll try to cover as much as possible, give some helpful tips and ideas, and leave loads of useful links in the description to fill the gaps. But before we get into it, it should go without saying that your main focus needs to be making great music. You can follow all of this advice to the letter and burn through your own hard-earned money promoting a record, but if that release just isn't up to scratch, it's all for nothing. So remember, the music always comes first. Okay, so now that's out of the way, let's get into it. First tip, play live as often as you can and make them remember you. I wanted to start with this one because there's so much focus put on pushing your music online that people forget how important live music is. Your real fans are the ones coming out in the wind and rain to your gig just to see you play. Putting on a killer live show is and always will be the best way to truly connect with people and really make an impact to new fans. When you play live, you need to be unforgettable. Work on your stage presence and practice hard to tighten up every second of your show. Get as many gigs as you can. Look at someone like Ed Sheeran, who said he played at least 1,000 shows before he blew up. That's the kind of dedication it can take. Start locally, branch out nationally, and when you're ready, head out on tour. If you're new to gigging and want more advice on that side of your career, we've left some links in the description for more advice on getting gigs, touring, and playing live in general. So check those out too. Next up, create a website and build a mailing list. Setting up a website as a base for your online presence is pretty important. But maybe even more important than that is building a mailing list for all your fans. On your website, you want to include links to your music, obviously, your bio as well as promo images and tour dates, and make sure they include a mailing list sign-up form too. Email marketing is still one of the most effective ways to reach people, and if a fan gives you their email address, whether that's through website, merch stand, or anywhere else, it means they want to hear from you. A message direct to their inbox about your latest release or upcoming tour is much more likely to reach them than a social post that, unless you spend money on it, can be restricted in who it reaches. You can use a service like MailChimp to collect email addresses and send stuff out, but again, we've left some links in the description for more info on that and email marketing generally to help you get started. Okay, so following on from that, you need to get your social media sorted. There's so much advice out there on how brands, artists, and labels should manage their social media. It can be overwhelming. So I'll just keep to the basics right now and leave some links in the description for anyone who wants to get into the details. We'll be doing more videos down the line focusing completely on social media, as well as individual social media platforms too. First of all, try and keep things consistent across your channels. That could be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. That doesn't mean posting the exact same thing to every channel, but keeping a consistent brand identity. If you're short on ideas for posts, think about competition, polls, track snippets, press shots, backstage videos, even the odd meme. The list goes on. Don't be afraid to take a look at what other similar artists out there are doing for inspiration. It's also worth investing some of your budget in targeted social ads. Use targeted ads to make sure your ads are reaching the right people. That could be people who already like your page or users based on a certain corner of the world or fans of a similar artist to you. Whatever you do, don't waste your budget on mass social ads. At most, real people who see it will probably just scroll past. Sometimes people think they're getting a great result from a blanket social ad to every country worldwide because it gets 1,000 likes. But a lot of those likes will come from bots, not genuine fans engaging with your music. Next up, and this has never been more important, get your tracks playlisted. A playlist inclusion can instantly put your music in front of millions of new fans, but getting playlisted isn't always straightforward. You need momentum, good contacts, and most importantly, awesome music. We'll be doing a video on how to get your music into Spotify's Discover Weekly and Release Radar very soon, so look out for that one. And in fact, our CEO Lee Parsons wrote a whole ebook on the subject, so download that for free while you're at it for loads of great advice. We've also left some of the other links to help you with getting playlisted, including a link to submit your own music to the Ditto Music Spotify playlist, and plenty of other tips and tricks, all worth checking out. So moving on, you've got a big release coming. How else can you get people aware, interested? How about getting it covered by blogs and press? More artists than ever are taking PR campaigns into their own hands, contacting journalists themselves to land a great review or feature. When it comes to landing features with blogs, magazines and press, you pretty much have two options. Either hire a PR company to run a campaign for you or take matters into your own hands. There's pros and cons to each of these options. Using a PR company can help get more results, but it's not cheap and will eat into your budget. Doing your own PR is obviously cheaper, but you might not have the contacts and experience that come with a professional PR company. But that doesn't mean it will fail you if you've got a great track. You just need the right approach. Start by creating an electronic press kit, writing a press release, upload your track as a private SoundCloud or YouTube link and start sending it out to relevant blogs. If you're not familiar with EPKs, press releases or any of the above, check the links below. We'll also be doing more videos on this pretty soon to help explain everything in more detail. Okay, so another important piece of advice is to surround yourself with the right people. Just because you're independent doesn't mean you have to do everything on your own. Surrounding yourself with a strong team of people who are passionate about your music can help you progress faster and further than doing everything solo. Whether you take on a manager, hire an indie PR company, or just get your friends to help you along the way, having a team of people you trust can make all the difference and really help you ease the pressure. Finally, you need to know your audience and focus on your niche. It's surprising how many new artists think blanket advertising will help them build a fan base. The truth is, it won't. You'll just be putting your music in front of people who aren't interested. Chances are you're already well aware of your niche, and if not, find your corner of the music market and promote yourself to that genre subculture specifically. That being said, niches aren't always defined by genre. If your music has more widespread appeal, start locally. People often want to see an artist from their area succeed. Take advantage of this mentality and grow your fan base close to home before eventually expanding nationally or even globally. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, we've left a bunch of useful links below, so make sure to check out those while you're here. We'll also be putting out more videos covering many of these tips in more detail, so make sure to like and subscribe for more. Also, don't forget to leave your own tips and advice in the comments, or let us know if you have any questions at all. See you next time.